Today I'm making my chicken lo mein recipe that's honestly better than takeout, and it's surprisingly easy to make at home. For your main ingredients, you're gonna need some egg noodles, chicken thighs, green onions, some cabbage, and some carrot sticks. For the marinade, you're gonna need some light soy sauce, also known as regular soy sauce to us over here in America. You're gonna need some sherry cooking wine, some cornstarch, canola oil, a little bit of black pepper, and some baking soda. And for the secret sauce, which is the lo mein sauce, you're gonna need some oyster sauce, some light soy sauce, dark soy sauce, sesame oil, a little bit of brown sugar, some chicken stock or water, and some cornstarch. I use chicken thighs because it's tender and more juicy than chicken breasts. And you're gonna cut everything into strips. Texture is big for these dishes. And one of the things about the lo mein dish is that everything is strips. This also helps them really suck up the marinade and makes nice bite-sized pieces that are easy to pick up with the chopsticks. Time to get our noodles in. I'll make a big batch because I'm actually doing this for meal prep. I want these al dente if you're doing stir fry. So I'm gonna boil these for 3 minutes. I don't know how much this does, but I do it anyway, is to give us a super cold water rinse. I've been told that this actually helps to soften up the chicken as well. With using the chicken thighs, you're also gonna get more fat here, which is gonna add more flavor to the dish. Our noodles are done. Hit those with some cold water to get them to stop cooking. I'm gonna let these dry and cool. When you throw them in the stir fry, you actually want them cold. You do them al dente, so that they'll cook a little bit more in the stir fry and absorb some of the sauce and not get overcooked, not get mushy. Now we're gonna prep our marinade for the chicken. It's gonna be 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, half a teaspoon of black pepper, a half a teaspoon of baking soda, 1 tablespoon of light soy sauce or regular soy sauce, just normal soy sauce over here. Light soy sauce and dark soy sauce. Light soy sauce is much saltier. Dark soy sauce is much more flavorful, less salty. 1 tablespoon of the sherry cooking wine and a half a tablespoon of canola oil or vegetable oil. Get this marinade all mixed up. The baking soda helps to tenderize the chicken. And in goes the marinade. This is gonna go in the fridge. You wanna marinate this for at least an hour into the fridge. Start with your noodles, then prep your chicken, get it in the marinade, get it in the fridge, then chop everything else up. The cook on this, as you'll see, is fast. You want everything prepped ahead of time, so when you get that wok going and you get the temperature up and you start chucking in ingredients, everything's done, and all you have to do is cook it and serve it. Gonna go ahead and make the sauce. I'm gonna start off with a half a cup of chicken stock, or if you don't have chicken stock, you can just use water. 3 tablespoons oyster sauce, 2 tablespoons of light soy sauce, 1 to 2 tablespoons of dark soy sauce. I use 2. Dark soy sauce doesn't add much more saltness, and it adds a lot of savory flavor, which I like. 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. If you can get toasted sesame oil, even better. I couldn't find it this time, so I'm just using regular sesame oil. A teaspoon of cornstarch. Just help us to thicken it up. About a tablespoon of brown sugar. My brown sugar is all clumped up, so I'll add it as chunks. And let that all dissolve and set up. Now our sauce is ready. For the green onions, cut off the roots. Those whites, separate those. Strips, 1 2-inch strips. You separate the greens from the whites for a reason. The whites are tougher, and the whites parts of these onions are gonna go in sooner to soften them up. And then with the whites, what I do is I give these another quick coarse chop just to get these into slightly smaller pieces. You see a lot of cooking shows, they got like 16 different bowls of things laid out. I use plates. If you need to refrigerate it, put that plate in the refrigerator. These are already prepped. When you're doing your stir fry, the hard vegetables go in first to give them a little bit more time to soften up. You don't want to overcook the soft vegetables. Green onion tops go in last. They're the softest out of everything. And if you overcook them, they just get mushy. With the cabbage, you do something a little bit different. You're gonna peel off the leaves. I like cabbage. I like cooked cabbage, I like raw cabbage, I like all the cabbage. Cut like that. And that gets you your nice strips. There are my vegetables all prepped. We've got green onion, white separated from the green tops. It's carrot sticks and cabbage. Optional, if you want to add bell peppers, you can. They're going to be over here in the hard vegetable side because they're going to take a little bit longer to cook. And I will also be adding in some bean sprouts. This is way more than I'm going to need, but this is the smallest can that I could find. The nice thing about doing this chicken lo mein is you could prep all this stuff ahead of time, keep it in the refrigerator. Because the cook goes so fast, you can cook it and serve it fresh. We've prepped the battlefield. I got a dump bowl. That's where I move everything in when it's done. My wok is coming up to temperature, screaming hot. It's what you want. I got my chicken that gets cooked first. My vegetables, we're gonna cook them hard to soft. My noodles go in during the last step when everything's added together, and we add the sauce. On standby, I keep the neutral oil and some sesame oil, just in case I wanna add a little bit more flavor and a little bit more oil. You are gonna want some minced garlic and a little bit of ground ginger. Those are your aromatics. A little bit of neutral oil. And goes our chicken. Oh yeah, cooking down nicely. Nice little bits of char, flavor. That's another advantage of using the chicken thighs instead of chicken breasts. I've done this recipe enough times, I know this chicken's done. You could check it with a meat thermometer if you want to, but that chicken is done. Chicken comes off. Goes in our dump goodie pot. Get this wok back up to screaming hot. A little bit more oil for my veggies. If you don't have a wok, I'm sorry. You could probably do this in a big pot, but you make this once, you're gonna want a wok. Nice and hot again. We go in with our crunchy bits, the cabbage, the carrots, and the white parts of the green onion. Hit this with a little bit of sesame oil. You're gonna cook these vegetables for a minute or two, just to release the flavor. You want your vegetables to still be nice and bright. Oh, this smells good. This smells good already. Next goes our aromatics. So we're gonna add, this time, sesame oil. For the final part, a little bit of minced garlic and some ginger. Fresh ginger is best. Powdered ginger is what I've got. Then we go in with our noodles. All the chicken and goodies. Some bean sprouts. Optional, but I like them. And then the thing that makes it all work. The sauce. But this is almost done. So our green onions go in. You are not gonna wanna order takeout again. You're gonna be making this at home, chicken, beef, shrimp, all kinds of dishes. But this, my chicken lo mein, is one of my go-tos. Let's eat. Look at that. Perfect chicken lo mein at home. Easy, simple, steaming hot. Give this a minute to cool while you smash that like and subscribe button. I appreciate that. Now the moment I've been waiting for, but you're gonna have to do this yourself. Oh. So good, so fresh. It's savory and it tastes better than takeout. It doesn't have that mushy feel to it when it finally shows up to your house. When you try this recipe, you're not going to regret it. Hit me up in the comments and tell me how yours turned out, what you thought of it, and any twists that you did. Oh, this is good. It's time for me to eat. And if you like this recipe, check out these other recipes. Oh yeah. Yeah.